and Spanish. And what would Tebow do? Showed what he would do, as he would win 136.3 to 97.75. Shane is 0-2. The black people are losing. What is going on with the black people? You are losing. Us Spanish and white people taking over. Power. That's right. Next battle, we got the funky Medeiros going against the smooth effect himself, and Alex lost. He lost indeed, as I danced around and danced and laughed in his face. And of course, I won 136.9 to 76.15. Alex, you got your ass whooped, motherfucker. The truth being told is that Kaepernick and Gore got their asses kicked by Seattle, and that's really what settled in for him. He had no shot afterwards. Then we'll move on to the next one. We got Vince Wilfork going against the the Tassin Assassin. I actually got choked up because I had to think about it. And it turns out that Vince Wilfork did in fact take home the victory with 148.75 to 126.75. It was a good matchup, but Cyrus got a beast team. And, you know, it's just one of those teams you got to look out for. It's tough. The next matchup, we got the Scorpio going against the Prodigy of Brooklyn's Prodigy. And it turns out there was a stat correction. I just realized that because she had 151 before. But anyway, we're going to get into what happened. The Scorpio take home the victory, of course. He is 161.5 to 150.1. It was originally 151. I do remember that because it was down by 10. But whatever, she's down by 11. She did really good, man. And she was creeping. And even Elogio was like, damn, I'm going to lose. But it turns out the Scorpio is now undefeated with me and Sarah and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Moving on to the next battle, we got the Bone Crushers going against Strictly Hayes. And Mr. Smoke him, make him say, oh, he lost. Yes, he did. He lost very badly. He lost 128.9 to 72.4. Ouch, Mr. Mr. Omar. That was a hurtin', and you were hurtin'. Of course, you lost Steven Jackson in the beginning, which automatically hurt you right off the bat. Losing Steven Jackson is not as easy as you'd expect, and it proved, because you got your ass whipped afterwards. That was tough, and the Bone Crushers, though, they got their victory. They got a first victory, and they're both 1-1 now. So, now we got to get into everybody's favorite part, the award show. Everybody loves the awards, so, of course, we're going to talk about the awards. Yes, yesterday, Elogio came by, and he did, in fact, hand over the belt, because that's how the rule works, and he gave it to none other than the previous MVP herself, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, with 171.6 at the highest. Okay, she never won anything last year except, you know, the final MVP. But during the season, she won no awards. She never was hurting for a squirting. She was never the MVP. She never got knocked the fuck out. I don't even think she got coulda, woulda, shoulda. And she never got a heartbreaker. But now, so week 2, year 2013, season 2, she gets the MVP. So she gets her belt back. So everybody can give a round of applause. Aaron Rodgers stepped up, and obviously now Rodgers holds the championship. Discount double check. Now, we got to move on to something a little better, because somebody's hurting for a squirt, and I say it again, somebody's hurting for a squirt, and it's got to go to Strictly Hayes. You know why? Because, Omar, you got 72.4. Don't get me wrong, Alex was right over there, but you're going to have to get it because the Bone Crushers went and they crushed your bones. And after you get your bones crushed, the weed came out and he smelled it and he still wins. So it doesn't matter regardless, he still got that victory. And of course, the next one you got knocked the fuck out. Somebody got knocked the fuck out this week. And it turns out it's a funky account. Medeiros by me got knocked the fuck out. And mainly because the way Seattle played, they knocked the fuck out of the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm a Niner fan, so that hurt a little bit. But I didn't really, I wanted them to win, but I didn't want Alex to win. It turns out it worked out both ways. And it turns out that, hey, Alex lost, and he got knocked the fuck out this week. So, you lost by 60.75. Pretty bad, dude. Pretty bad. Beat down. That's all I can say to you. We don't actually have a coulda, woulda, shoulda this week. And main reason why is because regardless of whatever I did, and I double-checked everybody's scores, and if you put this person in, would this change this? Would that change that? Honestly, it would not. The winners are the winners regardless of what happened, and that's just how it would be. Technically, if I coulda, woulda, shoulda put somebody on my bench, and I would have won by more. If I would have had Tony Romo, I would have won by more. Probably around 70-something points. So there is no coulda, woulda, shoulda this week. There is no heartbreakers this week because nobody actually came that close. We had close matchups, but not that close. And due to the fact that we can't use coulda, woulda, shoulda, or heartbreak, which is completely bullshit, let's get into the bullshit of the weekend. Alex, why don't you tell us your bullshit for week 2?
Thank you, Tom. This week's bullshit of the week has to go to none other than Mark Scott because of what happened in the Tampa Bay game last Sunday. Now, Vincent Jackson made a catch and ran for almost 70 yards. It was a great play. Loved it. And the reason why this is bullshit of the week is not only because of the play, but because of Mark Scott's reaction of the play before and after the actual bullshit occurred. After Vincent Jackson made his great catch, Mark Scott went wild the fuck out. He started cursing out his opponent, saying, "You